everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is for Luke. Luke is a silver free Mercy and it's a Parisio game. I thought I did fairly well, about 50-50 healing to damage. I struggled a bit with the first round because my other support swaps to Lucio from BAP, and I tried to get them to swap, but they refused until the second round. Alright, okay, so Luke, so first of all, really good, with like, telling them to switch back, because I know obviously Mercy Lucio can be a little bit, not the best, basically. So I'm really glad that, you did, like, try and, ask them to swap. Obviously, you can't force anyone to swap, unfortunately. But we'll see how kind of, like, you get on and also how your team gets on. With the 50-50, I kind of understand the 50-50 if you do end up, having, a Lucio with you. So I guess I'll kind of like just get into the VOD basically and kind of see whereabouts I can basically help you. Once again, you guys can get your own VOD reviews, leave for 5,000 channel points. I do them most on Mondays, but also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. They are completely for free. All you have to do is come and say hello or like lurk in my chat, whatever you want to do basically on the streams. Earn up that 5k channel points, and once it hits a Monday, you're more than welcome as well to redeem them basically. And I will do them live on stream, and obviously they go up onto YouTube afterwards. We have the Owl Guardian skin on. I've not seen this skin in a while, and I love the cute little like coffee cup as well. It's so cute. I feel as though this combo is actually quite cute. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this combo. I think it's really cool. But it is. So I guess I shall get started. So first of all, Luke, can I suggest to you that you stand here instead? Because right now you're playing very close to your Ashe, and if someone, say a D.Va, dives up, D.Va's obviously going to come straight to you and you're like stood like really in the way, right? Compared to if you were stood here and D.Va dives up, you could just instantly just block LOS like this, okay? So I'd rather you play kind of like in this little area a bit more at the start, alright? But we'll keep going.
How's it going?
Obviously I like that you've already got your blue beam onto your Ashe though already. Really nice. Nice heals. So once again, play kind of in that room just to, maintain a little bit more like distance. Nice res. You did not need that, but okay. So once again, rotate back around to that room. You don't need to be like kind of, because do you see how much of a weird angle you're at now, right? If we're gonna play with our Ashe here, right, we have opened up this chokehold right here, which is gonna open it up to all these guys that are gonna be coming through, right? And especially because they have a Hanzo, they could very easily. I feel like I GA for the sake of GAing. Literally exactly, right? Because you go for this res, and then you kind of like feel, oh my gosh, then you just end up like J'ing about kind of thing, because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to go, right? I would rather, after this res, just walk. And just walk back into this room, basically. So you could like, literally, all you have to do is just walk back here, and then just like play back here. Because right now you're doing this first like random GA, obviously, especially if they have this hands over stuff like that, can like go back, and then you could also like, you GA yourself out here once again, opens up this angle, okay? So if you can, try to close off as many kind of angles like this, for example, and just kind of think to yourself, okay, where the enemy is going to be coming from, basically. They're going to be coming from main. They could very easily hit me from here. So make sure that we're cutting that off and just playing up here. I kind of got to see what you do to correct this, I guess. You end up kind of rotating a bit round. Nice rotation back. You don't have res. Nice. I would not drop this way though. I would rather you went around and then dropped here. The reason is because because you don't know whether these guys, especially because they have that Lucio, obviously Lucio died, but like they could very easily just rush in to you guys and then you're like crossing over here. I would, exactly, literally just walk through here and then drop. You don't even need to drop. You can still like play on this high ground and just damage boost everyone like this as well, bearing in mind. But we'll keep going, because I want to see what you end up doing. Nice. Nice ping. My only thing, okay, I like this ping. This ping's a really good ping. My only thing is, while you're pinging, I want you to GA as well at the same time. Because we end up kind of like just kind of walking across this entire chokehold where this Ashe is currently like holding and stuff, okay? So same thing again, we want to try and narrow down those angles as much as we can. And I would rather you, yes, ping the Moira that's coming to the point, but at the same time, just what's it called? GA. I always do one thing at a time. I'm really bad at it. So I think, Luke, first thing is definitely like, what's like the best way to kind of describe it? Like, very much be a little bit more actively thinking, where it's like, and just like constantly, not so much constantly doing stuff, but be trying like to think to yourself like, okay, what are like what do I need to do now? And it might be that you have to do two things, like say change your beam while you're GAing or stuff like that, okay? Try to get a little bit quick with that. It's kind of like reaction times, I guess, okay? Which you can obviously improve by just playing more, but also like, you know, just like getting a little bit more used to like acting a tiny bit quicker, okay? Like think to yourself, okay, I want to do things like as quick as possible. Alright, but we'll keep going. It's a nice lamp. Ooh, we're getting the Glock out. Nice, okay. Nice backwards GA there. My only thing is make sure you make this backwards GA into this room here, right? Because these guys are still going to try pushing in. They have Hanzo and Ashe, right? Hanzo and Ashe can like just basically just peek like this and get to you, okay? I would rather you did lovely backwards GA, I will say, you know, to get away from the Zarya. Really, really nice. But I would rather you made that backwards GA to go into the room. And then all you have to do is you could just walk around in the room and like play up here. You could also pretty much reach your beam to your Ramattra as well, like playing all the way back here basically. Yeah, exactly, hiding there, yeah. I can't believe it's my first game on. Oh, okay, so we're gonna be a little bit rusty as well, I feel like. But we'll keep going. You see as well how we could be pushed, if we were pushed into that room, we could have also like been helping the BAP out a little bit. But we'll keep going. You can res that. No, oh, no, I would res it. Nice. We just took a little bit too long to res there, okay? I love how you go for this res, and I love kind of how safe you get with this res, okay? But I feel as though it's this little backwards GA that you did. I'm like, no, like you don't need to do it, okay? I accidentally pressed backwards there, yeah. So if you can, try and like polish up on your movement a tiny bit more, Luke, okay? And make sure that we're like really quickly going in for these reses, okay? The reason why I want to go in for this res quick is because like they're currently up, remember, like these guys are, you know, up, and they will want to be trying, let's push in basically. If you make it so you quickly like res as quick as you can, you're not giving them time to react to you going to res, and then obviously, you know, stopping your res, okay? So try if you can to make that res like as quick as you can. Heal, nice. Same thing, and I still play underneath here. Ooh, okay. Nice, okay. Let's get, can you see how we're playing? Okay, let's quickly rewind it, because I want to talk about kind of your entire movement around here. I think the main thing with you, Luke, right now is your positioning, okay? It feels like you don't really know where we should be positioning and where we should be playing, okay? So, we res. I would rather, so I'm gonna play as you. I'm going to be you, okay? So I would just stay in here, because remember, they have to like push through our back, through our ram to get to us here, so I play here. Just heal up the torb. Okay, that's fine. We're underneath the Ashe as well now, kind of say as well. So she has to drop onto us if she wants us. So we could just play under here. Obviously, help heal up, okay? And then we're also not going to be able to be attacked by this, what's it called, by the Zarya either. Because obviously the Zarya is like really high charged and she's like really far away from you as well, right? So once again, you could just play under here. At this point, you can do a little bit of like a wall bounce if you need to. Like, say, put your beam on, take your Ramattra, and then fling yourself round to try and help your torb a little bit quicker. But once again, play in this room. At this point, you would probably have to like either rotate or just do something basically. Like, you could definitely just play here and maybe like damage boost your torb to try and get red. But can you see here now how we've spent this entire... Yeah, exactly. You need to use cover more, Luke. You need to try and... It's not too much about using cover more, right? I think it's more so we need to try and think, where can we be the safest yet the most active, okay? Because sometimes it will be that we don't have, you know, that we can't use cover and stuff like that. You know, it's not about really restricting ourselves like to certain places. I think it's more so you really actively thinking while you're playing and think to yourself, where can I be the most effective yet be the safest? And right now it would be using this cute little like room, whatever this, I guess it's like a little like fruit shop, I guess. It's kind of cute. But yeah, so yeah, definitely like playing here. Now, I also wanted to point out this, because this whole thing, do you see how we're playing out in the LOS of 4 people? We can do the exact same thing with this ram right now. Yeah, play it here and just jiggle peek like this. Because this means that we can help obviously dodge, like, say, like the Ashe, like the Hanzo shots and stuff. It's not just us just waiting, like, hey, like, come and shoot me kind of thing, you know. Because what's going to happen is obviously these guys are going to try and focus the Ramattra. If they're smart enough, then obviously they'll start focusing you as well. But any shots that will miss the Ramattra are most likely going to hit you, okay? So we need to try and limit that by, once again, closing off these really big angles by coming in, standing in the middle, like, I'm a target, come kill me. No, wait, exactly. Like, this is exactly what you're doing, Luke. So I'm really glad you recognize that. But let's look at how we can correct that. Making sure that if we have these like angles, okay, think to yourself, okay, how can we close these angles as much as possible, and then obviously at the same time use as much cover to be the most effective. Okay. Nice heals though. I love your flip on damage boost. Can you see how? I like this rotation. Okay. I love as well how you realize obviously the Ashe can see me and then you have to rotate with your team. Really, really great. My only thing is I would make that kind of a slight deviation off to here. The reasoning is because you can get into cover quicker here. If you like do like a slight like, because you like slingshot from here, right? So you like do. Get to see you less. Yeah, exactly. So if once again you dive yourself into this cover, because you kind of dive yourself into here, especially with your Ram kind of like backing off a bit. Because what's gonna happen during this team fight, right? Because they have 5 people now. They have 4 because obviously they've lost thingy, and you guys are 3. Okay, these guys are still gonna try and capitalize on that number advantage and try to push in. Okay, now obviously your Ram cannot be sustained because they have 2 supports, you have 1 support, okay? So what's going to happen is your Ram is going to start backing off in a second because he can't take this much damage. These guys will obviously start pushing in. Oh, but there's a Mercy in this corridor that we could just easily just get, basically, okay? So I would rather you played back here. Yes, you can still help your Ram back here and stuff like that, but I would definitely play kind of back here because then it makes them really like walk forward to come and get to you rather than you kind of like making their life easy, basically, okay? I want you, whenever you position, okay, I want you to try and make it as hard for the enemy team as possible to try and kill you. Whether that be like playing like as much cover as possible, whether that be playing in a spot where they can't have LOS of you for like absolutely ages, basically, okay? Look for those positionings. Think to yourself, where can the enemy team not see me whatsoever, okay? So we'll keep going. Obviously, nice damage boost here. Love the heals when he backs off, as we'll kind of say. Nice, I do quite like that rotation. Just make sure that we're still staying with the Ram. Okay. I like this rotation, like obviously for a second. Literally, just about to prove my point. I love this rotation for a second because obviously, you know, you want to try and help your Ram. But remember, right, we still know this Ashe. When was the Ashe here? You can hear. Luke, do you play with earphones or like with a headset? If not, I would highly recommend it because I could hear the Ashe. Because what happens, right? Let me quickly go back because I'll show you in a third person view what happens. Because you can hear her like Coach got up and then try and take a few shots at you. But at the same time, also remember, she's not been contested this entire time. Can you see how she's just been up here, she's just been vibing. Okay, she drops for a second. Right, you make this rotation up. This is a completely fine rotation. The other thing is I would try if I can. I would actually just stay on this high ground if you want to. Maybe just like jiggle peek like down like this, basically. Still try and keep your beam onto your Ram as much as possible, you know, to keep that beam up time. So play here. You can hear her footsteps, right? Because she has very, very high heels, right? She's got a Coach gun up in a second. You'll hear it. And then can you hear how many shots that she's trying to like take on you right now, okay? At this point, you know when you hear her Coach gun up, basically? You know when you hear like the kapow, whatever like noise it makes. I don't know. I can't. I can't do it. At that point, we now need to look to rotate, even if it's just for a second, like just to come down here or something. Basically, maybe GS ourselves back to our sojourn or something. But we need to be moving here because I feel as though you've just been very unaware. The kapow, yeah. Like I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah, no. Like just back to my previous question. Do you play with earphones or not? Because if you don't play with some kind of a headset or some earphones, I would highly recommend investing in some. Even if it's just like, what's it called? Even if it's just like a cheap like £2 one from the pound shop or something. Because they're no longer a pound, are they not? Because, you know, inflation and all. But yeah, no, if you don't have any earphones, I would really recommend trying to get some, basically, because it will really help with like hearing like this. Can I be honest, I'm not sure if I saw the chat, but monitor bugs. Oh, so you didn't have sound. Okay. Alright. Okay, so Luke's currently playing without sound, which I think kind of just really sums up why you were unable to hear this Ashe. But I think at the same time as well, it really kind of shows how I love the way she stood. But once again, as well, I feel as though it really shows how much sound really affects gameplay. And if you're stood here watching this VOD and you don't own a headset or like any earphones, just go and get some, okay? It will help you out. But anyways, so we do make the rotation. Once again, we're making a rotation into the Ash's sight line, okay? Think to ourselves, where's the Ash going to be? We got to go up to her. At this point, Jab is Bishop Sojourn. Nice. Nice. Love how you're following up with her. My only thing is make sure that we're still looking at our team. Obviously, we're on Lucio because he has to get back. You can damage boost a lot of these punches. What happens, right, with Ram, instead of like just putting the healing beam on because, you know, don't get me wrong, like, you know, you do need to heal him. But at the same time, you know how Ram goes like, punch, punch, punch kind of thing, right? That gives you enough time to flick on the damage boost for the punch and then get back to healing, okay? Just so you can try and, like, maybe scare these guys off and make them back off a little bit quicker, okay? Because then if you make them retreat or, you know, like, kill them off basically before they get a chance to retreat or, like, make them retreat quicker, you can get to healing this guy, like, a lot quicker basically, okay? So I would look at this point to be like, damage boost punch and then heal, damage boost punch, heal, you know. It's a bit like Sigma. You know how like Sigma does like a shoot and then it has to like do like a reload and stuff like that? Like you can flick the damage boost on and heal him back up basically. As long as he's not being mowed down, which obviously these guys are gonna be retreating and stuff, so he's not gonna take too much damage, okay? So just bear that in mind. Punch, 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 yes. Okay, same thing again, where Instead of us backing off to this side, I'd rather you just backed off to this side because once again, I really like how this time you realize, oh gosh, I'm in the wrong spot because obviously you're in the LOS. Really nice, really good improvement from before. But at the same time, try if you can to rotate yourself around this way. Yeah, exactly. You should have backed off your team. Ooh. Not on my watch. This Ash is absolutely horrendous. I'm sorry. Like, I feel as though it's twice now we should have died, okay? Remember to look at the kill feed, right? And think to yourself, okay, who's the Torb died to? If Torb has died and then that person's died, then that's fine, okay? You can go and res that, okay? But make sure that we're checking our surroundings before we go and do stuff like this, okay? But it'd be the perfect time to GA because he had shield up. Yeah, which is good. Really, really good, Luke, you know, to like, what's it called? To move. So yeah, so with this, so okay, look at the kill feed. Remember that we still haven't killed Ash. Like, Ash has been, you know, vibing, missing every single shot in the planet, you know, coming up here, coming around here, okay. We know that this Ash is still going to be around, basically. So I would rather you took the time to kind of think to yourself, okay, where's the Ash? And really kind of assess the situation. Because you could maybe get the res off in this room if, like, you GA'd it round, basically. Yeah, actually, you could probably get the res off here if you GA'd it round. But I think definitely once again, assess the situation before you go in and do stuff like this, okay? But we'll keep going. Nice ping. Just don't walk into it. Ooh. You see how we spent this entire time just being a bit... Ooh, okay. Okay, let me rewind this. So we talked about this. We talked about this res. Okay, right. What should we be doing now after I forgot about her? Luke, she's so thirsty. Like, you pinged her as well, right? Okay. I'm going to go step by step once again with what I would do here. So, we've just res Torb. Okay, we're gonna ignore the Ashes here, okay? Let's say the Ash isn't here. The Ash is not existent, okay? We've done this res. Ash is not here. What are we next going to do? Jay back to our team, okay? Because our team are going to need us right now to, like, obviously damage boost and get back to helping them, basically. So I would Jay yourselves so I'll be you again. So I Jay myself back. Okay, Sojourn gets absolutely annihilated. That's not on you because it's damage resistant storm arrows. You cannot out-heal that, okay? So we have to keep up Ram. We keep up Ram. You see how our Ram has, like, had the very little heals that Lucio gives because we're currently, like, back here, basically. Right now, it's good that you've pinged that, what's it called? It's really, really good that you've pinged that Ash, okay? Really, really nice. You've noticed that she's there. But, we're, like, think to yourself in your head, that's where she is, and then leave it, okay? Is it your responsibility to get Ash? No. This is, like, unless if the Ash is 1 HP and, like, you feel really confident, you know, to get her with the Glock and stuff like that, this is not your responsibility. Your responsibility right now is to get back to your team and try and help these guys. Your Torb is also stood AFK, can I just say as well, which I think is also hilarious. But yeah, no, we should definitely come back with our Ram and then play with our Ram. I want to see what you do here in a second, though. So obviously, died. Once again, we should realise that the Ash is gone. I'd go with your Torb now. because you can see your Torb wants to try and contest this Ashe, right? Go with your Torb. Okay, think to, like, I feel as though at this point we've gotten a little bit lost, okay? If you ever get lost in a match, Luke, think to yourself, okay, who is our main blue beam target? I was like, Torb, what are you doing when he went AFK? I love it. But no, okay, so think to ourselves, okay, who is our main blue beam target right now to, you know, go and help out? It's going to be your Torb, because your Torb is the one that's wanting to push in. He's wanting to be aggressive to try and get these guys, basically. I want you to, you don't even need to, like, push in really far with him. Like, you can just stand back here, basically, and just try and assist this Torb. Maybe get a pick off, because that can really stop them from pushing in really far. Alright? We'll keep going. Nice. Nice. Oh, no, okay. At this point, just get out, okay? So I would have still committed in with your Torb. Your Torb's now doing a thing. You decide to go up here, which is completely fine. And then obviously you realize that you need to get out. Really, really nice, okay? Do not GA back in though, because you'll know that, like, you know that they're all gonna start like pushing in right now, okay? There's like 5 of them back again. Right now you are obviously, we'll say this when the Lucio was alive, because you made the mistake when Lucio was alive, okay? At this point it's a 3v5 without a tank. Are you guys going to win this? No. Okay. So at this point, just back out, okay? Remember, you have so much time to give them, you know, like, you don't need to be, like, you know, touching the point all the time, like, trying to contest it, okay? It's fine to give them a tick or two if you need to, okay? But what tick I mean is, like, the 33%, because it makes, like, tick noise kind of thing. So, like, it's fine to give them that 33, 66% if you need to. You know, because you have time. You need to take this time to regroup, get your Lucio out, and then just obviously like play back a bit, wait for your team. Obviously, if your team aren't back, then don't go and touch it kind of thing. But if your team look like they're about to go, like, you know, get back kind of thing, you could definitely go in to go and have a look for a touch. But right now, you do like this little like GA backwards, basically, the GAs you want to get into these guys, okay? I would rather you spend this time backing out. Alright, but we'll keep going. I'm going to see what you do here. Nice. Unlucky with the body block. You did really well, like, playing slow and waiting for your J to get back. Really, really nice, like, well played there, Luke. But yeah. Anyways, so I guess this is you asking maybe the Lucio to switch. I don't know. But we'll keep going. Unfortunately, obviously, you guys end up losing it. It is what it is. I would just stay back here. Like, honestly, just wait for people. Nice. Don't play out here though. Like, if you want to wait with this Torb, play here, basically. That's me asking Lucio to switch, indeed. I mean, to be fair, like, it's all good, like, well and good, like, asking people to switch. But at the same time, try to look at their ult charge. Because if someone is very close to their ultimate, they're most likely not going to switch, but they'll switch after they've used their ult. So, for example, with this Lucio, Sound Barrier is a great ultimate, especially when they're going to have grab, okay? Because what will happen is they will grab, Lucio beat, it's pretty much, what's it called? Bam. Gone, okay? So it's very, like, he's gonna essentially try and build up his beat, okay? So at this point, let your Lucio do his thing, and I would just stay back. Stay with your Torb, wait for your team to respawn back, because obviously, once again, you don't want to get picked up and staggered even more, basically. So you can, what's it called, just play back, play safe. We'll keep going. That's it, backed off now. A little bit more. Nice positioning here, okay? I want you to do this all the time. Nice. This is a fine. Nice. No good, this right, you can G out. Oh, okay. Okay, I want to see what you do with the rest of this though. What do you, oh, you get it! Okay, I want to talk about all of this, Luke, okay? Let me rewind you back. It comes from this bit, okay? You spend so much time trying, but you all you have to do here is just walk out ever so slightly and then just GA, okay? You do not need to play like hard cover right now, okay? Let your Torb kind of do his thing, basically. He can just, you know, vibe up on the high ground, do whatever. Let him do his thing, okay? Right now, you want to get back to your team. It is completely fine for you to just do a GA across, basically, here. So all you have to do is just step out ever so slightly and then bam, just GA straight away, okay? And you could just GA straight back to your team. Can you see how this ramp is also putting up a barrier for you right now? This is perfect opportunity for you to GA. And you end up kind of, what's it called? You end up kind of like just waiting out, okay? So I'm gonna play you. Right, okay? So barrier goes up. I GA across, okay? probably not, actually no, because the J's a lot quicker than what I've done basically. It means that, you know, you're going to be back with your team basically. Obviously Bob runs through, Sojourn goes. We could maybe do a GA up onto here, you know, to play like with the Sojourn ult basically, or maybe like play up onto here, so we could play up with the Sojourn ult. Playing up here as well, it means that we're going to be out of LOS of the Zarya beam. Because what ends up happening is you end up kind of like J'ing yourself in and thinking, oh my gosh, lovely knowledge of the health pack being here though. I decided whether to or not. Like, you should have just done it right. Because whatever you do here, right, it's either you go up the stairs to go and help with Torb, or you J back to your team. And it feels as though you took way too long to make that decision, okay? Mercy is all about really quick decision making and really quick, you know, like decision making and just doing stuff, okay? So I want you to kind of speed up that process and just use your gut instinct, Luke, okay? Think, I need to get back to my team and just do it. So, anyways, so lovely knowledge that you knew the health pack was here in just a second. But once again, we could definitely avoid this by, so obviously I would have GA back to my team. And then saw that Soldier went for all. Okay, that's fine. I can GA up and then play up here, okay? And play kind of like on top of this high ground like this, okay? Because if you play on top of this high ground, Zarya has to, you know, like look up to you basically to try and get to you. In which case, you can just hide from my beam like this. Just to kind of block out this entire beam. And then it means that, you know, Zarya has to focus as one person. Which will obviously be your Sojourn. Really, really nice. Obviously trying to keep the Sojourn up here. Just really fortunate she falls. I would have got the Glock out. You could easily Glock her here and then what's it called? Then get a res off. So I think definitely like, well, I like your decision making. So obviously, you know, go with the ram. Really, really nice. And then at this point, I would like, there's no point resing here because if you try and res, if you res your ram, right? Ram doesn't have ults and he's gonna be by himself. He's just gonna get staggered and just mowed down. Give the enemy ult charge as well. Okay. Try to think to yourself. Okay. I'm the last one remaining. What can I do here? The only thing you could do here is literally just go and stall out the cart. In which case, it'd be completely fine if you like to go and stall it out or something, or like just GA into the AB team and just die basically. So yeah, just what's called. Don't go for this res here because this res is not going like to help, you know, turn this team fire or anything. Okay, but we'll keep going. So I think it's the same thing again, Luke, where it's like we need to be a little bit quicker with our decision making, and we also need to be what's called be a little bit more cautious with where we're positioning. Okay, we'll keep going. Obviously getting back to our Echo. Echo's now going to be our main moving target. Nice. Obviously we do end up back with her. Really nice. Nice damage boost on the ram punches. Make sure. Ooh, okay. We need to make sure that we're J'ing to try and stay with the Echo a little bit more though. Okay. Remember, Echo's main blue beam target. I love how you go to try and help with the ram though with the Zarya. Really, really nice. But then as soon as you're done with that, you need to be like because can you see this Echo kind of you know, using her flight up? She's now going to want to use her stickies and her focus fire to try and focus someone down. Okay. So as that happens, we need to look for a GA out really, really quickly, okay? So we GA out, because then also we don't get to, you know, be hit with the grab, basically. But let's see what you do in a second, though. Ooh! Okay. I would have maybe Valked here, because I feel as though, Luke, you've held on to Valk for quite a while, right? So you see these dragons coming for you. Obviously, you know, you're going to get out of the grab before you can. I would pop my Valk and then play back, okay? And then, you know, play back here because what's going to happen is obviously, you know, Ramon's getting taken down, obviously, Lucio. But you still have your Echo here and you also have your Torb, okay? So I would pop Valk as the grab ends, basically, so you can get that distance away from, obviously, the dragons and everyone else. We could play back. We could help, obviously, you know, help our Echo and stuff like that, basically, okay? I feel as though now we've held on to Valk a little bit too long. These holding ultimates. Exactly, like, don't be looking for the perfect time to Valk, because there's never going to be a perfect time to Valk. Like, there's always, like, going, oh, I popped it slightly too late, or I popped it slightly too early, okay? But it's better to pop Valk than not pop it at all, okay? Because right now, you not popping Valk has obviously led to you J'ing in and out of this dragon. It could have also, you know, led to your Ram dying as well. Obviously, Lucio, he was going to die anyways, so it's, you know, it doesn't really change anything. But we could have definitely maybe stalled this out, okay? Echo's just got to pick onto the Hanzo. You Valkyrie will make it a 4v3, which is still a very winnable team fight. Get the Echo to do a bit of a distraction for a bit. Oh, I can go and res my Ram kind of thing, you know. There's so many opportunities that we can bring up by a Valkyrie in here. So I feel as though just don't hold on to that ultimate and really, like, you know, just go in aggressive with it. But we'll keep going. Obviously, everyone's going to have to reset.
I'd better be more careful.
Oh, we're on a wrestler now. Okay, so she wants the Lucio to switch. So this would be the time for Lucio to switch, to be fair. But at the same time, don't get really mad if, like, someone else isn't going to switch, okay? Because I would rather you just go out and go and play with your Echo right now, okay? Because I'm not going to lie to you, it's very, very hard to get people to switch on Overwatch. I'm going to be... I love it, Luke. Yeah, but literally proving my point, okay? You're going to find it so hard to make people switch. Okay, you cannot force anyone to switch to Overwatch. You know, it is what it is. People will play what they want to play, basically. You can advise, don't get me wrong, but don't take your time out by being AFK like this. You know, like, to type, like, you know, and argue back, basically, because it's just a waste of breath. Is it going to help you win the game? No, okay. My kind of whole thing is I don't really engage in arguments, like, at all, just purely because I can't be bothered. But also the fact, you know, like, I would rather look at the bigger picture and think to ourselves, okay, how can I get through this game as quick as possible and then get away from this horrible person? Okay, so I think definitely we should have, like, you know, just what's it called? We should just get out, go to your Echo straight away, just cancel your GA and just play back here, basically, because, you know, we're stood here, like, we have both supports now stood here AFK typing, you know, it's not going to help our team win the bigger picture, okay? I think I would definitely, like, if your Lucio isn't going to switch, do you see exactly what I mean? We have spent so much time having a little, like, well, let's call it a mid-off with our Lucio that we've ended up, we've ended up letting our Orisa die, okay? Imagine if we were here already and we were here to help up this Orisa, okay? A mid-off. Well, I didn't know how best to describe it, but you know what I mean, okay? I do like this this Valk and this res though, definitely. Ooh. Oh, go on. Okay. Bit of a flop, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's rewind it. So I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna be, yeah, no, I'm glad that you realized that was your mistake, Luke. I like you getting up the Glock, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, okay, think to ourselves, if you haven't, like, managed to kill her in, like, those, like, couple of shots, basically, get back to your team, okay? So, I'm gonna play as you, so let's pretend we're not arguing with Alicia, okay? Damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. Oh, we heal up a little bit. Oh, heal. Okay, nice Valk. I like this res. This res is good. This, you know, in nice cover, really good timings. Obviously, use the Valk as well to help it, okay? The GA back is completely fine, okay? We see this Ashe, okay? Now, we don't really need to focus this Ashe because our Echo can do that or someone else can, basically. We could definitely just play back a little bit here and just play here. Now, we end up obviously contesting here. That's completely fine. Nice few shots, okay? This is the point I back off, though, okay? Because you've only hit, what, like, 2 shots onto it, okay? And you also have the Zarya beam onto you. You also have this Hanzo as well that's going to be firing storm arrows at you in a second, right? This is the time to back off, okay? Because we're not going to get this pick off. I like how you pressured her, don't get me wrong. But I think this is now the time to back off. Remember as well, we are still Mercy Lucio as well, okay? We can't be spending, like, absolutely ages going off of these last little, like, lock-in moments, okay? So go back and Valk, like, back here with our team. Obviously, you're going to get taken out. Don't know what the Warrior's doing. I'll wait for you. At this point, I would switch. Just purely because you know this Lucio isn't going to switch. Oh, I've actually skipped forward. At this point, I would switch Luke. The reasoning is because you know that this Lucio isn't going to switch. And you know that it's going to be very, very hard on your team if you continue with Mercy Lucio here. I would rather, especially for this last bit, maybe switch like a Kiriko for the Zuzu. Or maybe like a Bat for like Lamp and stuff like that. Just try and hold it. You could either go on or like for an anti-nade or something. But I think definitely we should have switched off Mercy at this point now, okay? We'll keep going though, I'm gonna see what you end up doing. Obviously trying to get back. Nice, I wouldn't GA like straight out though. Nice, ooh, okay. Okay, let's rewind it again. I'm gonna play where you should play again, okay?
I must return to come here.
I'm at maximum strain.
That wins. I mean, yeah, it happened, Luke. It happened. Okay, so we GA. I would rather you made this just a cancel GA, maybe to Orisa, top of your Orisa some more, because what's gonna happen, right, is this Ashe is gonna, well, obviously echoed Ashe, is gonna push forward to try and pressure this Hamza. Okay, that gives us time to heal up the Orisa. If we cancel our GA, 1.5 second cooldown. We can just kind of like play here, and then what's gonna happen is Ashe is gonna start pushing across the bridge. Once that happens, we can then GA and push up with her. Because what ends up happening is you don't kind of flick yourself up like this, and we don't know who's going to be here or still like have sights and stuff, if we just like flick up like this, basically. Okay, I'd rather you took that extra little second just to heal up the wrists a tad bit more, and then go in basically. But we'll keep going. Okay. At this point, I like, obviously, you know, you let this G play out, don't get me wrong, but it's this sound issue, which obviously I know you can't help because you had like sound issues for this game, okay, but we should have definitely been hearing out, or even like seeing, because you could see the shots of Ashe as well, okay. We should have definitely, like, as soon as we saw that, just drop down again, maybe just like a prop jump or something basically, but we definitely want to try and get out of LOS of this Ashe, okay, but we'll keep going. What ends up happening is it feels like you just don't realize that the Ashe is there because of like the sound and stuff like that. But yeah. But we'll keep going. Once again, I would do same thing again. I would still switch here. I would still go Kiri. Especially because 2 of you had just died, right? How are you going to get back quickly to your team? With a Kiriko. And you could have like your Zuzu. You could Zuzu, like the dynamite damage is going to come through from the Ashe in a second, basically. I would definitely, once again, I would definitely switch here. But we'll keep going. See, Torb's gonna probably die. Nice. Still stay with Orisa. Oh my gosh, you call that fine. Okay. The reason why I'm saying stay with your Orisa here is because your Orisa obviously is by herself. Echo is completely full HP right now, and your Orisa is being focused by like 2 or 3 people, okay? I would rather you spend this time healing your Orisa to keep her up, because Orisa, obviously she has her ultimate, so that's kind of huge, you know, to get people off point. At the same time as well, she's going to be your main contester right now to try and keep this like contest alive. You essentially just want to kind of basically heal bot her here, right? And I know I have a big thing about like not heal, you know, like make sure you not heal bots and stuff like that, okay? But there are certain times when you will. It happens in every single, it happens in my games, okay? There will be some times where you have to sit there and heal bot, okay? Because it is completely fine for you to heal bots for a reason, okay? If you are doing it to ensure that someone stays alive, that is completely fine. Obviously, if you're going around just like with the heal beam and just healing all the time, you know, and you're not pushing the damage boost, obviously, that's an issue, right? But if we're taking, you know, if we're looking to like one specific team fight and we end up holding the heal beam onto like one singular person who's like really, really weak, that is completely fine, okay? So I would rather you just literally just jiggle peek like this and just held the beam onto your Orisa, keep her up for this contest, because that's going to be like really, really, it's kind of like the key focus for you right now is obviously, you know, to help stall it out. Nice. Obviously she doesn't fall in. Oh. Okay, I would rotate a bit quicker. Okay, let's quickly go back. I would rotate a bit quicker. Once again, this comes to you not keeping your beam on the Orisa. It's this bit, okay? You all you have to do here is just peek a tiny little bit and just literally just keep your beam on the Orisa. Be like this. Now we need to rotate, okay? Because you're going to be at max beam range right now. It is completely fine for you to just do a quick rotation up onto this high, because you got this like this little perch here, right? I would rotate up here because you know this Orisa is going to be coming out of beam range. Beam up time is so important as Mercy, right? Because if you can keep your beams up as much as possible, you can, what's it called? You can obviously output more healing and stuff like that. So we need to, what's it called? We definitely needed to rotate a bit quicker. I would rotate up to here. Once again, I'm going to play where you would play. Still keep the beam on. Obviously, it doesn't fall in. Can't really do anything about that, but we made this rotation, okay? I would rather, because what happens is you kind of like just make this rotation stay in beam range, okay? Think to yourself, when you're making this rotation, why am I making this rotation? Where can I go with this rotation as well, okay? So we need to, I like the rotation, okay? This is completely fine. But we end up kind of like just hovering about here with no purpose, okay? I would rather you made this rotation very direct up onto this high ground, okay? Because then you can still help out your Echo and you're also in safety. Because if any of these guys start focusing you, keep your beam on your Echo. hop down for like a second, oh, a little prop jump, and you're back on kind of thing, okay? So we keep going though. And so once again, we should have definitely kept our beam onto the Echo for as long as possible, basically. We end up going for the res, which I don't personally, you know, I feel as though I would have definitely tried to keep the Echo up as much as possible first. Obviously, ended up getting picked off, but you managed to res Orisa, which is, you know, good for the stall and everything. Literally, my life sobbly wobbling around with no purpose. I love it, Luke. Okay, but maybe we should get a little bit more, like, focused in our life, okay? Try and, you know. Nice. Nice positioning here. Really, really nice. Ooh. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, he got bubbled. I love this. This was perfect, Luke. Do you see how, like, you realize, oh, the hands was going to be shooting at me, and then you, like, jiggle peek like this? Perfect. That's how we used to play all the time, Luke. I feel as though this is the first time when you've done a nice little jiggle peek like this. I want you to do this more often, Luke. This was perfect. Coming back here, you know, blocking this LOS, and then going back. So, yeah, the next round gets better, okay? Well, let's go. I've got to look at this next round. Okay, but look, obviously, you know, main things right now I think are definitely our GAs. We need to definitely try to GA with a purpose and do it into like pieces of cover. Think to ourselves, how can we be the most effective for our team whilst also being as safe as we can, okay? We need to try and make sure that we're out of the enemy team's LOS as much as possible, alright? But we'll keep going. Let me just quickly skip it forward a tiny bit so we can get back into the gameplay. Ooh. Same thing again, we make sure that our things are a little bit more direct, okay? Remember this time, okay, we have Kiriko. Kiriko can very easily heal your, Kiriko can very easily heal your D.Va, and there's also like a mini health pack here, okay? Leave these guys to it. I would rather that you pushed forward like your, with your soldier right now and played here. So play here. We'll keep going. I'm gonna see what you end up doing though. Nice. I like your decision to get the block out there. Make sure you heal her up. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I like this decision. This decision was really good by you. You know, like coming up and then getting the Glock out while she was DMing. Nice. I like this decision making. This is good, okay? But then what ends up happening is you end up kind of seeing that your DPS are weak and you're like, but tank, okay? Remember, we've switched our heals round now. We have that Kiriko. Our Kiriko can very easily, you know, help this D.Va up and stuff like that. Remember as well, D.Va has so much HP, okay? So if she looks like that she's critical, wasn't sure where to go DPS or tank. Okay. In this scenario, Luke, this is a DPS. Because, okay, your tank's critical. Yet, tanks when they're critical can be like 100, 200 HP. Compared to your DPS, okay? If your DPS are critical, like your soldier, for example, how weak is your soldier? 65. Do you see how there's like that massive difference, okay? And right now, these guys are being focused so much more because obviously you've got the Zarya, you've got everyone else basically. So, I would rather you went back to go and help these guys, okay? We need to like help these ones. Alright? Nice little like bouncer on the floor. Ooh. Remember, okay? Once again, same thing with the decision making, okay? We need to try, I think a really good thing to think about when you're doing stuff, okay, is try to keep up as many people as possible. And what I mean by this is if people are going to, for example, either get demeched or like die while you're going for the res, unless if that person has like an extremely crucial ultimate, it's not worth it. So I like how, you know, you peel back for the soldier, really nice little floor bounce as well to get, you know, to him and stuff like that. Really, really nice. Obviously, we play back. You decide to go for this res, okay? Shockingly, she didn't die. I mean, she gets demeched, and we always like want to try and keep D.Va in her mech, okay? Remember as well, Sombra is a really quick character. Like, Sombra's really speedy, especially with like her invisibility thing and stuff like that. She just, you know, runs around the place, you know? So she can very easily just quickly come back to this team fight. I would rather you pushed up here now with these guys. Either damage this to soldier, try and get picks off, helps, you know, keep your D.Va in mech, basically. But we need to be kind of being a little bit more active here and being pushed up. See what you end up doing, though. What you can't do for your D.Va there, which is unfortunate. Put your beam into your soldier now. Nice. Oh. Nope, we don't want to be glocking here, okay? We want to be with our soldier basically, because our soldier's going to try and force this this Reaper. Remember, who is our main blue beam targets is going to be soldier, okay? So we need to try and we need to try and blue beam him a little bit more. Nice, and then we need to help Sombra or like someone else. I would have G8'd here. Okay? Because, you know, right? So you know that he's in turret form because you can hear him, right? Oh, so you can't hear him. But, like, you know because you've seen that he's going into turret form, okay? I want you now to be prepared for him to peek. Because what's going to happen? He'll peek the corner. Oh, Mercy! Blah, 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 kind of thing, right? So, I would rather you were proactive with this, okay? And think to yourself, where can I go? And I would rather you either went up or like you GA'd across basically or something, just so you're making that Bastion really work to get that kill onto you, okay? Because if you make the Bastion really work to get that kill onto you, it's so much better for you, okay? I'll see what you end up doing. Nice damage, no damage boost, damage boost! I just damage boost the, what's it called? Nice. Okay, remember who our main believing target is? It's going to be our soldier, right? So if we... Ooh! Okay, I'm going to rewind in a sec, but I wanted to kind of play all this out to see what you do. Okay. Let me go back. So I want to talk about from okay. Here. Okay. Look, in this comp, who is our main blue beam target? Okay, we have D.Va, we have Kiriko, we have Sombra, and we have Soldier. Soldier, exactly, okay? I want you, whenever you finish the team fight, or whenever you finish doing something, go with him. Or go with your main blue beam target, okay? Because what ends up happening is I feel as though after this now, we get a little bit lost. And it feels as though that it all kind of goes a bit pear-shaped for, not just for you, it goes pear-shaped for everyone. But I feel as though we could definitely been a little bit more aware of what's going on if we just help the soldier, okay? So, I'm going to be you again. Do you see how we could just play this entire time, like, you know, just like playing with our soldier, just playing kind of like out of the way in like the rooms and stuff like that? We do, because what ends up doing is you end up kind of like G'ing yourself up here, you end up like G'ing yourself like through here, you end up doing like all these like weird movements and stuff like that. It's like you could just hide in damage boost, which I know is boring. I know it's boring, okay? But it is the most, like, the best way to play Mercy is literally just to, not so much just to hide and do damage boost, but it's more so like, just, you know, using your cover once again, okay? You could definitely Valk. I will say I do like the Valk, especially, you know, when, like, when everyone starts pushing and stuff like that from the enemy team. I feel as though this is a good Valk. I feel as though you end up using it for the wrong reason, just purely because you end up in that weird spot. Nice heals. I would push damage boost here. Can you see how... So, I would just literally use my Valk to get myself up and away from the Zarya, making her like really work to try and get this kill. At the same time, put your beam onto the D.Va. Because you can see, you've literally just seen, right, this D.Va like really pressure out this this Bastion. Like, because obviously she's put this like Bastion in like a really bad spot. Can Bastion get healed here or like any support? No, okay? So we want to just push that damage boost onto that, what's it called? Onto that D.Va. So once again, I'll be you. So I've J'd myself up onto this like little bit so we can block LOS of the Zarya. We're pushing damage boost. Okay, and then we can turn back to our team. Okay, Zarya's focusing on Soldier. Okay, maybe we do like a GA to kind of like get around here so we can help a little bit more. Okay, we need to help Kiri here. Nice how you do end up doing that though, really, really nice. Okay, and then it was this obviously at the end of this Valk, okay? Remember as well, again, our, what's it called? Sombra's really, really speedy, and Spawn is right here, okay? Is this Sombra going to help turn this team fight when it's pretty much won for you guys? No, not really, okay? We should literally just let this Sombra respawn. I would rather you spend this time waiting for this Reaper to get out of his Wraith, and then obviously, you know, damage boost someone and then get rid of the Zarya, rather than you risk your life and risk you dying to just get this res off, okay? You need to try and like basically make yourself as helpful as you can to your team, and also like as, you know, like being as alive as you can basically as well. But we keep going. Oh, so you do end up kind of clearing everyone up, which is really, really nice. Awesome. All right, so once again, look to see where our soldiers going. Look where our soldiers going. Soldiers on point right now, so it's fine. Now, so we end up, you know, catching up to him now. Just stay on the point here as well. We don't really need to like doing anything else. Okay, I want to see what you do here, though. Okay. We should definitely be backed up a little bit quicker here, okay? Because what I did hear it. Does it not come with the subtitles, Luke, as well? Because right, so what we should have done here is obviously we're still on the payload, damage boosting completely fine, okay? When we hear the bastion go off, we want to try and distance ourselves from people. And then but obviously not using our GA to do so, because we want to try and save our GA in case the bastion comes for us, basically. It didn't think, oh, okay. But yeah, we should definitely, like, once again, been like, more spread out, more prepared for that ultimate. But we'll keep going. I see respawned. Huge bomb as well from your diva, jeez. Looks like his team ended up winning anyway, so it's completely fine. So obviously just be heading back. I like to do like a little little group up here. Yeah, I was just about to say that's exactly what I do. I do it every single time, like to try and like what's it called? Get someone to come and peek me. Let your Kiri heal that. Oh. Okay. Once again, do we need to res here? No, because you guys are just about to cap, okay? You guys are just about to cap, allow the soldiers to respawn here. You've not checked your surroundings before we've gone for this res either, because you've just assumed, oh, the Sombra's won and gone for the res, okay? You also have to realize that everyone is still going to, you know, try and come and contest this point. So you have to also, you know, be wary of all, you know, these guys, which is exactly what happens. You end up getting walked onto by 5 people once you do this res, okay? So we should have definitely been, like, playing back, playing safe, basically. And what's it called? Like, we don't need to go in and res here. But we'll keep going. See what's happening when you get back in. Obviously, Kiri's end up dying. Nice. I just go back to spawn now. Nice how you playing the spawn here. Nice, Suzu. Once again, just play more in spawn. Like, we do not need to be like going out of spawn there, so we like end up getting picked. Ooh. Same thing again, okay, we don't need to be going out to spawn here. Unless if our D.Va either gets into mech or like we get a pick off onto this Zarya or this Zarya gets like really, really weak. We don't need to be exiting spawn here. You could have spent this entire time like just being stood in spawn. Like, and then oh, D.Va's gone around to that side, okay, that's fine, we could just walk over here. Okay? So we should definitely be what's it called? Just play in spawn. Keep going. I feel like this whole thing is just a mess now at this point, I will be honest. We didn't need to res the Kiriko straight in front of spawn, but we did it anyways, I guess, you know. Right in front of the Reaper hole. We keep going though. Nice damage boost. Nice. Just push up with your team now. Remember, Cass is Maybelline with target, okay? Go with Maybelline with target. Okay, we've been very tunnel visioned here now as well. Let me quickly go back so we can talk about it, okay? Okay, it comes from this bit, okay? I like this backwards G, you know, try and keep yourself out of that beam. Okay, it's this bit. What, like, I don't really understand why we're looking over here, okay? Where's our team? Our team is here. Our team is going to try and push this Lucio now, okay? So, you just go with them. Let me be you again. Damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. Damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. You can push around with them. Like, you know, like jiggle peek like around here because obviously Lucio's still behind. Damage boost, damage boost. Make sure we're healing our D.Va here as well. Because once it happens, we end up being like really, really tunnel visioned onto this Junkrat. And all this Junkrat's doing is kind of like just dancing around with this Moira right now. Like, these guys are not going to be able to like, you know, focus or like kill each other right now. But if we apply the damage boost to like your cast, for example, right now, we could definitely get Reaper and this Lucio, okay? So same thing again, okay? We need to realize who is our Maybelline target and go with them. Once again, still be up here. This part we're got to. Same thing again, just damage boost. If you ever get hacked, by the way, make sure that we're couched. Ooh. Nice aim there. Just once again, if we get hacks, try to, instead of like just jump, you know how like you jump, like, dun, 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 okay. Jumping is a straight movement up and down, like, and there's no way like to cancel it, and it's very like, it's easy to track basically is what I'm trying to get out. You know, it's really, really easy just to track people going up and down like this compared to if you crouch. If you crouch like this and like strafe and just make, you know, hold your crouch for a slightly bit longer at certain points and stuff like that, basically, it makes you so much harder to hit and so much harder to be able to predict rather than boing, boing, you know, because this is very like fluid. This is very like rhythmful, I guess is what I'm trying to like say, where it's like, you know, you'll go up and down same time every single time, okay? But keep going. Let's get, we don't need to be as pushed upon the cart here. We don't need to be like on it. We can keep that distance. I like the damage boost though as the D.Va pushes in a little bit though. Really, really nice. Nice. Nice heals onto Ana. Nice. Leave that healing for Ana. Can you see how Ana's ult charge right now? She's like 30, well she's basically nearly 100, right? Allow Ana to get this healing because you have your ultimate. This is like a kind of like a call-off period right now because obviously like nobody's gonna try and like contest you all basically. So what's it called? Allow your Ana to heal this D.Va, okay? You could just like play back and once again damage with someone else basically. But we keep going. Because can you see how our Ana's at 95% right now? Nice. Okay. Thinking to ourselves though, if this Junkrat did not peek us, how can we get up to this Junkrat? Remember our cast is right here. We could do like a little like super jump up, like just to here, just to, you know, get beam on him basically, or just in case. Nice foul. Oh, let's get, don't go with Glock. Don't go with Glock. Our honors have died because we got out with the Glock. Okay. Really good high noon though. But yeah, no. Once again, don't be getting out the Glock every single time that we've out. Look to damage boost instead. All right. So pretty much same things again. Luke was very much just once again be really strict with where you're positioning. I forget crouch exists because of Mercy parkour. Yeah, because so many of them like disable crouch, and I'm like, why? Like, because you could do like some levels like really like coolly, like if you what's it called, if you have the crouch enabled.
Way cooler than you.
But yeah, no, what's it called? Just remember that, you know, we should be trying to crouch as much as possible. But yeah, main thing is your positioning. Once again, Luke, where it's very much try to think to ourselves where's the safest place that we can play. And same thing as well is the pistol. Be sure that we're looking for the main blue beam target instead of just getting out the pistol, basically. But we'll keep going. Next step is just obviously onto Cass. That's how you're looking to see where your soldier is as well. Ooh. Okay, we don't need to drop here though, okay? Our soldier right now is just gonna back off. He's completely fine. I'd rather you stayed up here with your cast, okay? Really good that you're looking out for him as well, but remember we don't need to act on this just yet. He's not weak. You can see like through the floor, like kind of like how healthy he is with like the colour of him. Like for example, if it's like a greeny yellowy, he's usually okay. If he's more like a red, then it's like you need to help, go and help kind of thing, okay? So he's fine. Stay up here with your cast, okay? I'm gonna be you again for a second. We don't return into him, which is nice. Once again, we don't need to drop here. We can just, once again, we can vibe up on this high ground. You have this, like, piece of cover here, and currently, apart from their Ashe, they have nobody that can, like, vertically challenge you. So, once again, just play up here. We'll keep going. Same thing again with the cover. Nice, obviously heals. Just once again, don't be too tunnel visioned onto that. Don't be too tunnel visioned onto the D.Va. Like, make sure there's stuff looking around to see about our team. Damage boost here. We do not need to heal here. This is Kiriko's job. Kiriko can heal here. Kiriko push up with our soldier here and damage boost and try and get another pick off. Okay, but we keep going. Nice, obviously telling your team to back off. Really nice. Nice. Nice res, because you got your D.Va there. Nice res. Same thing again, we'll start out with this open, if you can. Play like around here. And I definitely, once again, be damage boosting someone else. Like, be sure that... Can you see how, like, we're really, like, defaulting our beam a lot to our tank, okay? We do not need to do that. yes, we needed to do it in the first round because obviously we had Mercy Lucio. But now for the other 2 rounds, we've had either like a Kiriko or an Ana or like something basically. So it's very, very, you know, easy for them to heal your diva and do stuff with your diva. Honestly, all you have to do here is just literally just push this damage boost on these guys. I would like definitely what's it called? I want to excuse Luke. Go on. Tell me your excuse and I'll tell you whether it's valid or not, okay? It's like, do you know when like you know when like you're telling a teacher like why you're late to school and stuff like that? I feel as though like I'm like that and I'm like, is your excuse valid or not? And as well, just a quick thing with positioning as well, I would rather you were positioned once again around here. Just so once again you're not playing out in this LOS and being like really open basically. I guess I'll wait for your excuse for a second while I carry on. But yeah, make sure that we're still defaulting our beam to our DPS, basically. Using VC was like, heal me, gang, go. Yeah, but Luke, okay, try not to listen to them if you can. Like, if they're, like, you know, being mean, like, asking for, like, all these heals and stuff like that. Ooh. Okay, let's talk about the heals first, okay? We know in our head that this diva is going to be completely fine. Okay, this is not on you. This is Kiriko's time to heal kind of thing. I would rather you stayed and pushed damage boost onto your DPS and stuff like that, okay? Why I don't know why you moved here. Okay? Once again, we need to be thinking about that movement. Where's the safest spot? Literally, where your diva is right now. Perfect. Do you remember how I talked about this earlier? Or like, right now, you're making yourself a target by GAing into them, okay? We never ever want to make ourselves a target. We want to be trying to look, how can we back off? And we can GA ourselves back and play around here, alright? But I'm gonna see how you get out of it. That's it. Once again, you just wait. Same thing again, though. Make sure we're looking for cover, especially because that's what we have. Safety with res again. Okay, remember. Okay, so we end up kind of GAing ourselves back. Okay, that's good. Same thing again. Try and divert it so we get into cover. Now, who's it got picked off? Your cast. Okay, he is not a resible target. Because you end up kind of like, you know how like you end up doing this like little spin, because you do it quite a few times now. You do like, this little spin to try like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, this is a bad res, like a lot of them. So we should definitely be like looking to try and help our team before we try and go for this res. If obviously we do end up going for the res, spinning around. Quick little tip for everyone: spinning around does nothing. However, if you say, for example, let's say Lucio is the one that's trying to shoot you, right? If you tilt yourself slightly to the left while you res, Mercy's arm comes up like past her face basically while she's doing the res, and it can actually help block your head hitbox. So spinning could obviously, you know, it leaves people trying to hit you from the back and stuff like that really, really easy, okay? However, if we turn slightly, allow Mercy to use her little arm thing to like, it's like her arm and her wing both raise up, so it kind of like cuts off her head hitbox. It doesn't fully cut it off, like there's still like a tiny bit where like you could shoot it through basically, but it gives you, once again, if you do end up going for this kind of res where you don't want to basically, we should definitely be like doing, you know, trying to use that cover basically. We'll keep going. Okay, that's fine. Obviously healing your diva there, and then I'm not touching. I'm just gonna keep going, Luke, because it's very much kind of like the same things like I'm saying to you like over and over again, basically. But we'll keep going. We'll just go skip forward again. Nice flicking of beams here, really nice as well, can I just say. Ooh. This is on your diva, can I just say. Like your diva ain't in there. Nice heals onto her though. Nice. Nice. That's completely fine. You helping your diva right now. Nice damage boost there. You know, like, as what's called, and trying to get that Ryan. Really nice. Lovely movement there. Look, apart from this, this what's it called? I'm gonna tell you the one thing you did wrong. Is it's when you were here, and like you walked through and they kind of got a little bit aggressive here. Apart from that, it was great. You know how, like, because obviously I skipped it forward so you were playing here, so lovely bit of cover. I love how you got to go and try and help your diva. Obviously diva's like flying about in the backline doing her thing. You're not gonna be able to help her, but I love how you help her, obviously, when she's out of mech. I love the flick onto the damage boost when the Ryan's got, you know, when you're trying to get the Ryan, and then you do this like little flick up to be on this high ground. Perfect, Luke. That was honestly your best like movement so far, like your best like gameplay so far. Play thoughtful like that some more. Like I really like that. And you end up happening and you end up winning it. Okay, so Luke, main things is obviously, so I feel as though your damage and your healing are quite good, okay? Especially obviously with the Mercy Lucio, I feel as though you did kind of, you know, balance it out as much as you can. My only thing with your beams is try not to default to the tank as much, okay? Try to default to your DPS some more and be pushing that blue beam some more. Really trust in your second support because, you know, like when they switch to Ana, that Kiriko, it's a lot of healing that they can output into the tank, okay? Reses. I want us to really think about reses before we go for them, okay? Because there's been a few times now where it's like we kind of like just go and res without thinking about it, okay? There's some really good reses though, I will say. Like, I feel as though with reses, it's either they're really, really good from you or they're really, really bad, okay, Luke? So I want you to try to have more of them really good ones, okay? Valks, I feel, are pretty good though. Obviously, we did hold on to the what's it called? We did hold on to the first one a tiny bit too long, but honestly, I don't think that's your main issue. Your main issue right now, Luke, is using your cover and being like kind of thinking to yourself, okay, where shall I play? Okay, because there's a lot of the times where it's like we're either GAing into the enemies or it's like we're just GAing into worse cover or we're just GAing into not better cover kind of thing, okay? We want to use our GA to move from cover to cover if we can, or move from bad cover to better cover. So if we can, try to play under those covers some more, play your, you know, play like the hard cover with like the walls and stuff like that some more, okay? And really think about where you're GAing to, just so you're not like randomly GAing about, alright? But anyways, Luke, I hope that helps, and please do let me know as well if you have any more questions. Once again, thank you so much to everyone on Twitch as well as on YouTube that have been watching this. You guys can get your own VOD views, they for 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!